So my first stop on my listening tour was in Mr. Russell's class at Oberlin High School, and talk about an amazing way to start that journey. It was incredible. Kurt is a thoughtful and courageous educator who has dedicated his life to his students in the classroom and on the basketball court. His dedication to empowering his students through culturally relevant curriculum and age-appropriate conversations about the tough topics is a testament to the profession and to all of Ohio's educators. It led him to being named the 2022 Ohio Teacher of the Year and, more recently, the 2022 National Teacher of the Year. So as you know, Kurt teaches at Oberlin High School, where he also attended school as a student. He points to two different teachers from his childhood as his inspiration for becoming an educator. First his kindergarten teacher, and then a middle school math teacher who was the first black male teacher he ever had. Decades later, Kurt became the first black male Ohio Teacher of the Year in the history of that program. In his role as Ohio National Teacher of the Year, Kurt has the opportunity to shine the spotlight on the profession and encourage more people of color to become educators themselves. After all, only about 20% of educators nationwide right now are people of color, and only 2% are black men. Kurt has also said he wants to see more male educators in the early grades and more women teaching STEM courses. Throughout his 25-year teaching career, Kurt has been passionate about making sure students see themselves in their classrooms and in their curriculum. His popular courses, which include African American history and race, gender, and oppression, empower all of his students to become the best versions of themselves, reckoning with the mistakes of the past to grow as strong, critical thinkers and future leaders. To have Kurt recognized as the National Teacher of the Year is to recognize the power of all Ohio educators to transform students' lives and the importance of honesty in education for all. I'm so very proud to introduce Ohio's 2022 Teacher of the Year and the 2022 National Teacher of the Year, Mr. Kurt Russell.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much to OEA for inviting me this morning to speak to the leadership team. Thank you for having me as well. And also to the thousands of members of OEA who strive each and every day to provide holistic education for children throughout this great state. It does not go unnoticed, the effort, the planning, the thoughtfulness that educators put into their classroom. I am honored to be a proud member of my local OEA, as I understand the importance of dignity and respect within the profession. For the past 25 years, like so many educators, I have invested time and energy into creating a conducive learning environment for students. I am that teacher that comes in early to prepare, attend sporting events for my students, and also to advise clubs and other activities. This is not done because someone asked me to do it or because I would like to receive acknowledgement or recognition. This is done because this is what I believe good teaching represents. It requires teachers making sure students feel a sense of belonging, that they are invested in the school and learning, and they are socially and emotionally well. As teachers, it is important that we support and that we are being protected. For over 170 years, OEA has been persistent in lobbying local, state, and federal governments to ensure better working conditions and resources to enhance students' needs. It has been the OEA that provide respectability through salary increases, continued learning opportunities, and more importantly, the ability to teach. With an increase of rhetoric dealing with CRT and banning books, it has been OEA who fervently stood up against these attacks. I am able to soar because of the confidence I have in OEA. OEA assures and treats me like a professional that I am, allowing me to be the expert in the classroom. As a history teacher, I try to lay the groundwork for my students to become diverse learners. Telling stories of marginalized groups for some adults is uneasy and unnerving. Through my experience, students are craving for these stories, stories that resemble them, stories that resonate with their life experiences. Stories such as Alice Paul, a suffragist in the early 20th century who demanded women receive the right to vote. This inspired Riley, a senior, to pursue a career in advocating for equal rights. Stories such as Cesar Chavez, a Filipino agricultural worker who organized a farmers' union. This inspired Ellie, first-generation American, to pursue a career in bilingual studies. Stories such as redlining, which segregated communities throughout this country. This caused Caleb to pursue a career in urban studies. These examples validates the importance of a diverse curriculum, a curriculum that OEA publicly acknowledges as being vital and impactful for the 21st century learner. For some, thank you. For some, advocating for teacher rights means going against student needs. The mindset that if educators bargain for more pay or better health care, that is selfish and is contrary to the basic principle of education, which is to provide for children. I think otherwise. The foundation of our education system is predicated on the well-being of teachers. If teachers are fully supported and treated as experts in the classroom, the reward is astonishing. More young, bright students will gravitate towards the teaching profession, bringing new ideas, excitement, and passion. This is Sarah Parsh. Ms. Parsh is a 2017 graduate of Oberlin High School, a former student of mine. After completing her studies at Kent State, majoring in elementary education, Sarah accepted a 5th grade teaching position at Oberlin Elementary School. When asked why Oberlin, Sarah stated the following: the desire to teach at a place where educators are heard and respected was attractive. Sarah is an exceptional teacher. This is the strength of OEA, fighting and pushing for fair contracts and compensation to recruit the best individuals into the profession. As OEA continues to work diligently on behalf of teachers and students, there also needs to be a more concentrated effort on diversifying the teaching profession. More women in STEM, more men in the primary years, and more teachers of color. It is imperative that OEA and school faculty resemble 21st century learners, empowering students through representation, providing safe spaces for all, and promoting equity has been a long-standing work of OEA. Let all of us improve on this commitment as, together, we can ensure the best opportunity for all. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me. OEA, you have been very supportive. if there's anything that I could do on behalf of OEA, on behalf of you, most definitely I'm willing to do so. Once again, thank you for this opportunity and time.
So Brittany asked the question about historical perspective. Do you remember a time when we had a nomination from the floor or whatever? Do you remember a time when we had somebody like Kurt Russell from Ohio recognized as the National Teacher of the Year? I can't imagine a time. Oh my God, this is so awesome for all of us that Kurt is there representing our profession across the country. We have a couple of tokens of gratitude to present to Kurt before he leaves. And first, last week, we had a chance to, we were a sponsor for the HBCU Classic in Columbus, which features an all-star game between athletes from HBCU colleges and universities and all-star basketball players from other colleges and universities around the state. We recognized Kurt as well as Andrea Beeman, Ohio's Rise Award winner from Ohio and a former National ESP of the Year. We're so blessed to have her as part of our association. Kurt wasn't able to be with us for that. We have an item from that which we want to share. And then also, as we do each year, we give special appreciation, a token of our gratitude to the Ohio Teacher of the Year, presented to Kurt Russell, honoring us, honoring you for all you do and the way you represent educators across the state, and a token of our appreciation. Thank you, Kurt, for everything.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.